Travis Wayne Goodsell. I was searching to find out information, stumbled across Robert Gurr Jr. attempting to take on Christopher in a 3.5-hour debate. Since those of you who have been following me for a while know that there was an abuser who tried to challenge me to take on Christopher, and I tried to explain for what. I'm not a Mormon apologist. I have nothing to debate Christopher with, and so it was ridiculous. This guy was just being a loser. And and so I thought I'd check out the opening statement by Robert Gurr Jr. He's apparently, it was last year, he had been an apologist for the church for 20 years, which he should have been aware of me then. I have no idea who he is. He doesn't show up anywhere online. He has no credentials. He has no publications. Nothing. So who is he? Well, why should I care? And I'm being distracted by Dead Like Me. Awesome show. But I'm doing a video here to help Mormon apologists. They still are going to hate me. They're still not going to like me. Nonetheless, such is the case. There are some major errors apologists make. And he starts off, well, he makes the big mistake that I hear a lot. Why would? You can't use that in an argument. That just, you automatically lose when you throw in a why would. And it implies that you are guilty and you're trying to cover something up and you're trying to distract and you're trying to get the debate to go in a different direction when you throw in a why would. Because there are numerous reasons why someone or something would. So he then gets into claiming that the history of the Aztecs and the Mayans are the same, the same as the history of the Book of Mormon. What evidence do you have for that? None. But he then throws in, why would? And if you don't know, the debate that they were having was, did the real Illuminati write the Book of Mormon? This I could debate with Christopher, as he believes, yes, the real Illuminati wrote the Book of Mormon, whereas I'm saying, no, the Book of Mormon is warning about the real Illuminati and their threat to America. Ta-da! So there are some crossovers that you'll find in the Book of Mormon about Illuminati features. That's done on purpose, and I'd have to hear Christopher's side of it to see where he's gone wrong with that. But he doesn't know the Joseph Smith paper. Neither of them know the Joseph Smith papers, the primary source evidence. But let's see, I took notes, so I'm trying to read them here for the video. It didn't with Book of Mormon. Oh yeah, he claims that because the Aztecs and the Mayan history are the same as the Book of Mormon, therefore the Illuminati couldn't have done it. Oh my goodness. And so, yeah, he thinks the Book of Mormon is literal history, as all Mormons do, as we're all taught to believe. The concept of the learning of the Jews and writing prophecy, making it seem like it's a real history, but in reality it's a type and shadow story with meaning behind it, similar to myths. He's adopting the RLDS theory that the Aztecs and the Mayans are the historical people described in the Book of Mormon. And that's RLDS. That's not the Mormon take, that it's just the United States, specifically in the Michigan, Western New York area. And so, yeah, they do not consult the Joseph Smith papers at all. And so I can't trust any of them, either of them, to present me with any kind of evidence whatsoever. And one of the mistakes that Robert Gurr makes is in the traditional belief that the Book of Mormon took 90 days to complete. Whereas I've shown you from the Joseph Smith papers, 45 days. Because of the error that was put in our canonized version. It actually becomes 45 days. And so, because of the 90-day error, Robert claims Oliver as evidence, as a witness. Witnesses do not equal evidence. That's the big mistake in Mormonism, Mormon apologetic debate. Witnesses are hearsay only. When you're dealing with a crime scene investigation, for example, you have police, they have forensic investigators that take photos and take the physical evidence of the crime scene back to the lab, and they run all the work to find out who done it, in what manner, and all the timing and measurements. You've seen the shows. The witness statements are to support the evidence findings. The evidence comes first, then the witnesses who support the evidence then get used in the courts to back up the evidence. If somebody makes a claim that they witnessed something but it doesn't support the evidence, they aren't a reliable witness. You don't use them in court. And so this concept of witness and hearsay versus evidence is not understood properly among Mormon apologists in debate, and they can get their butts kicked that way. You automatically lose when you have all your preset or premises for your conclusion as witness statements. And that's apparently what Robert's going to do, and he's concerned now because Christopher said we can't have hearsay involved. So good for Christopher on that. Well done. But now Robert is confused. I don't know what to do now. If he thinks that witness statements are hearsay, I have no argument. Yeah. And so he claims that because of the hearsay that there was actual plates. No, the plates are the evidence of plates. Anything else is not evidence. And there are no plates. Therefore, but then in his concern, he then does another error that shows he's got a losing argument. He does a pre-accusation of Christopher about Christopher using hearsay to support his position, though he hasn't heard it yet. He just pre-accuses Christopher of using hearsay as a distractionary tool to try to do the well, he's doing it, why can't I excuse. And God, so I'm glad I didn't listen to the full 3.5 hours. The 3-minute was more than I needed to hear. So again, Joseph Smith Papers, read it, study it, correct the information if you're not going to listen to me.